the tackle.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on 4th down. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throwing, Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. So Miami signals for a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Hurricanes will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
To throw, it's Levitt. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Underwood. Throwing right. Tosses it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Long way to go on 2nd down. He's changing the play. They were all over it.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative one.
3rd and long right here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He uncorks a bullet to the right. He's got it for a big play. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. Second and long here. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Again, it's Underwood. Throws to the tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Buying time to his right. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Fires left. A strike downfield. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, looking for a man. Left side, it's Berry. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Canes! How about this defense taking one back to the house? No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hits inside. It's Berry. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll run him again. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed stop.
Snags it, and he's open. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drop.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Looking for space, it's Pringle.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Throws it off the RPO. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Punt is on its way. Trying to make one miss. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Still looking to his right. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in fourth down territory. It's fourth and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in fourth and short.
Not going to get there. The decision to go for it on fourth down does not work. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a crease. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Offense in a bunch formation. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Hurricane. And the pummeling has started. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But the opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job.
Going over the top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Drops back. It's Levin. The screen, and watch out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll move the wide receiver. He wants to throw it. Rush right in his face. Out wide right, it's Thomas. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. LSU right back to the line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll need a bunch on second down. He wants to throw it again. Back open in the middle. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Second down to the air. Throws to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he returned that into reverse skate in a hurry and takes it to the 46. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Just feeds the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Trying to get the corner. Now the pitch. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down. The Canes have taken it inside the 20. Trying to run, it's Pringle. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Underwood to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Fires to the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Sets his feet. It's Levin. Here's a throw downfield late. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And back to the air on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. The clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today.